Sunday. Who's here? Hello, Remy. Come say hi. I'll wait a little bit. It does take a little time for the notification to come in. How was everyone's week? I feel like I just talked to you guys like yesterday. Like time went by so fast. So last week, just to recap, last Sunday, I shared my Three Rivers Pantry Challenge meals, and like I kind of went over what I was doing. And also, I think it was 2-3 lives ago, I mentioned I was doing the challenge, the Three Rivers Pantry Challenge, but I didn't really know how I was gonna share it. So yeah, I'll come to that after, Remy, your new job. So I think what is easier for me is to, on Sundays, like kind of like tell you what my meal plan is for the week and maybe like exchange ideas back and forth. Because like filming every single day when I'm eating is a lot. I remember doing the Every Bit Counts challenge last summer, and it was a lot. And I have to prepare myself mentally and physically for what's coming up, like very soon. We are January 21st, and I'm starting seeds in about a month. And stratification is probably earlier than that. And this year I'm growing sweet potatoes, and they're saying to start them next week. So it is starting the crazy cuckoo-ness season of seed starting and taking care of seeds. My seed operation is not even installed yet. I am still cleaning up from the renovations we did, over the holidays. So when we did renovations, I undid everything, put everything aside, and now everything that we've put aside, we need to find a space. And that's what we did this weekend. We started cleaning up downstairs, organizing downstairs so that I can reclaim the office and install my lights. So, and I also studied a lot this week. I'm actually getting prepared for an exam. So one of my courses that I'm following, I have to do 2 full treatments of Reiki, and then I'm able to take my final exam. So I was revising, taking notes, preparing. I have my first treatment almost scheduled, and my second, I have no idea when. So it was crazy. So Monday and Tuesday, Wednesday, I studied, prepared, and I started my gardening season. So I sat down, I opened up my seeds. My plan of last year, so I kind of did stuff differently this year, and it's actually going faster than the last 2-3 years. Like I'm almost done, which feels awesome. I remember last year, I think I spent like too much time over it, too much time stressing over it. And thinking about it, I think I put way too much pressure on myself last year. So I'm almost 3/4 of the way done. Since I'm taking about the same dates as last year. So last year I had to figure out, 3 years ago I had to figure out dates, and I figured them out. I had a book, and then I followed a course from l'Académie Patagère, and they have this template all made for you. And then every year I just open that template, tell which vegetables I want to grow, putting some dates. They calculate everything for me, and about 3/4 of what's on that page is stuff I grow. So, which is awesome. I saved so much time using my last template from last year, which is like such a blessing. And I'm almost done. So I need to figure out herbs, stratification, tomatoes, peppers, I think 2-3 other things. So, and then Thursday and Friday, I had a little sick kiddo, high fever with me, so I had to take care of her. So hello to me. Okay, so Tracy told me he was going to pop by. I was hoping to pick his brain. So yes, new job, your first full week. Hope everything was fine. Hello, David. You did? What did you sow? I saw that. You bought some seeds. Okay, so I am tempted to buy seeds, but I'm trying to do a little bit of what I did last year. So last year, I liquidated a lot of seeds. So I started this collection of seeds in 2017. Yeah, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So some of my seeds are almost 7 years old. So they are still good. There's nothing wrong with 7-year-old seeds. The only thing is that germination rates goes down. So I'm trying to pass those seeds before I buy new varieties. So like cucumbers, I'm tempted to buy a variety of English cucumbers, but I have like so many others that I should finish first. So I'm like going back and forth. And at the moment, I'm not sure I'm going to have like all these orders like I did last year or the years prior. I did sow some seeds, you remind me. So you probably sowed those seeds with your let pot. So if you didn't catch my update, I am at day 11 today, and the lettuce are doing great. The spinach, not so much. The basil is doing great. I have to say that I might need to add some ventilation. I am seeing like those little green powder. I'm not sure how it's called. I'm seeing that. But I cannot wait. From what I understand, day 20 is when you can start harvest leaf lettuce. So I'm looking forward to that. Awesome. I think at this moment I need cucamelons, but I can probably live without it. Shallots, or I can just go buy seedlings at the nursery. And I haven't opened any seed catalogs. I know I wanted to buy a lot of squash this year. Like I saw Johnny seed calendar catalog. It's like I want all of those squashes, but I have so much here already. So I don't know. I'm not sure yet. I have in my bin, I receive a fresh vegetables every week. I received a basil plant that still had their roots, but it was pretty banged up. It was at the like on the top, and I think the chauffeur like kind of had a rough day. And the plant, I'm trying to save it. If not, I think I'm just gonna cut everything, do clippings out of it, and resell it. So I have a basil plant next to the lead pot. So full moon's this weekend. I always plant on a full moon. Cool. So full moon, I think my onions are due to sow on the 26th. So that means, yeah, I'm dead on. Yes, don't forget to do the thumbs up. Okay, I wanted to talk about something, but I'm going to wait for Tracy to pop in. Tracy, are you here? There's 4 people here. So there's Dave, there's Remy. Anyways, if Tracy's here, let me know. Or maybe Remy, you can answer me, because I missed You guys talked about it in the group chat. So last week, Tracy came on and talked about a podcast that 7 of us are working on. So let me see if I can remember them all. So there's Tracy, Tihan, One for One Homestead. There's Remy, Ram's Family Farm. Me and You Acres, Angie and Mike. Little Homestead by the Beach. Darren, myself. Who's the 7th? Lynn. So Lynn from Bucket List Homestead. The 7 of us created a podcast channel. Remy, since I think you're the only one that can do it, can you put the link of the podcast channel? So last week we were going back and forth on a name. And we came up with a name. So Tracy, Lynn, I said Lynn, Darren, Angie, said it all. There might be Patrick. And there's maybe another one. But the 7 of us, were on board, and I think recording will start, I think it's this week. So it's No Borders Homesteaders. And thank you. Okay, so here it is. So you're number 2 and number 3. So it's 3 times Remy and 1 time Dave. Okay, so the people watching this on replay, so this is the 7 of us that is working on a podcast called No Borders Homestead. This is the link. You can go there. At the moment, there's nothing on the channel. This is why I wanted to wait for Tracy. I think we're recording this week. Am I wrong, Remy? Thank you, by the way. Can I pin this comment in the chat? No, I can't. Let me try on my phone. Let's try that. Let's see if I can pin it. That's not what I want. It's not letting me pin it. I am on YouTube, but on my phone. What if I try it from here? Okay. Where's that link? Okay, let's see. Can I pin this comment? Yes, awesome. Okay. Okay, so I was out a little bit. So, two new. Who's here? Who popped in? Okay, so you think it's also, we're starting recording this week. Okay, so it's pinned now. Hello, Tracy. I was actually talking about your project, the podcast. So we are starting to record Tuesday, right? Hello, Angie and Mike. Yeah, you see, I'm only on my laptop. And our backup screens, not sure why. We had 2 backup screens, and 2 of them doesn't work. And the third one is like a TV screen and a computer screen. I'm not going to touch that. It's Fred's toy. So yes, I do need screen. I did see there's something you can pop on a laptop and like it gives you like more screens, but I'm not there yet. You're having internet trouble. Okay. Yeah. But yard sales here are like 2 times a year. So I have better chances of finding something on Facebook Marketplace. But definitely, I am gearing up a little bit more on tools to help me create content. And I've pretty much been basics, goes with my name, since I started YouTube. So I think 3 years ago, is it 3 years ago? No, it's 4 years ago. So 4 years ago is when I published my first original video, and then I waited 1 year. So it's been 3 years in March that I started creating content, and I'm pretty much at the same level. I still have the same computer, the same tripod. My husband did buy me a tripod. I'm trying to figure out how it works. It's more like a vlogging type. It's like this one that moves along with you. It's a DJI. I use it occasionally, but I find myself like whittling around with it. And then I had a wonderful gift given to me, a full tripod. I use it very often when I'm outside. And this last summer, my husband bought me a microphone for my phone because I got so many comments that my level of voice in my videos doesn't work. And then I was super excited. I got it it was like a mini microphone. It came with one accessory, and then I changed my phone and I made a whole video. I was super excited. It was one of my best video, but I didn't plug my microphone correctly. So that was a bummer, and there was no way of doing it voiceover. So I started playing around what was the cause of it, and I found out that the clip under my phone where I clip in my microphone cannot clip in completely because my case is too thick. So because of that, I stopped using my microphone because I did not want to remove the case off of my phone, film, and like have my dog knock off my phone, crack my phone, because it's the only phone I have. I don't have a home phone, so I need a phone. So I was going back and forth this weekend. I had 2 comments over this week about my latest video that my audio was not crap, but could do better. So I took out the microphone again, and I was looking for like ideas how to use it. And then I found something cool. So I'll be able to use my microphone again. So I'm upping my game. So I now have it's Rode. We bought this used. It's actually a kit that I bought because I wanted just the clip, and just the clip was like $15, and I found like a whole microphone set that came with this muff, the clip, new wires. So I now have a microphone. The only thing I'm missing is this part to plug it on my phone. Like this one is for my headphones, and I'm ordering a second one. So next video, I will have a microphone. So I up my game on that. And I guess a second screen will be maybe something else, like investing in the content, in future content, I should say. It did came, the original mic, where's the case? Hold on. Okay, so the Rode microphone, when I bought it used, I think now I figure out why it was cheaper. They were missing the wires. The clip was not with it, so he probably broke the clip. And it came with this. So I'm going to be able to use this muff when I go outside for the wind, because that's another comment I was getting a lot when I was going outside. The voice was not good and the noise was horrible. So now I have this and I have this on top of my microphone, so it should go better. And I took out also a new piece of equipment that I'm trying to learn how to use. My husband bought, used again, a basic GoPro. Didn't come with the manual, so we have the Hero version, but like the very basic one. So this weekend I started playing around with it, but I can't seem to sync it to my phone. So I think we're going to reset it, find the manual online, so I can have a second camera. Okay, so who's here? Who's here? I'm seeing more people. Sure, fine. My husband didn't offer some help now for content creating for my channel. I have no idea what that means. So if he helps, obviously a second computer and screen will be something we'll have to look into. Okay, what's this? Gimbal. I brought my camera in to get it looked at as it is broken. Yeah, because of your goats. Now I'm debating buying a different camera. Oh, the choices. Yeah, I'm still using my phone. I would love for this year as revenue to reinvest my revenue into a camera, because I find myself filming with my phone, filling my phone with pictures, videos, and like personal stuff. Like I take pictures, my children, my dog, things I see. I don't know if you guys are like me. When I go places and I see something on special, I take a picture of it and I send it to people that are like, I know that they're buying it or need it, or a recipe I want to try, take a picture. And then I try to kind of go through my pictures and everything, find my content and all of that. So a camera would be very, very scary for me. I'm not very tech savvy, but I think it would be good. It would be good for me, like to have better quality content, images, and all of that. That was the same with my mic. I think there is an adapter you can get. What adapter? Oh, you mean this? You mean this part? Okay, so the camera I bought is for, the microphone I bought is for the Rode one. So this one. Let me see if I can clip it off. Okay, so the Rode, you see this little thing? Nudge? If you guys can see it. This plugs into a phone. Like the jack of your iPhone. But there's also this in the back that you can use it probably for a camera. But this model is specifically made for phone. But I'm using, I don't know how Fred called this a certain type of wire. This is for a microphone, and he had the wires here since it didn't come with it when we bought it used, and we're using it to attach to my phone. But since it's an iPhone, I need the adapter so that this part, let's see if I can zoom in, so that this goes into my phone. If I had a camera, I wouldn't need this. So the new one I bought, which is this one, this is for phones or cameras. And it's actually like very well equipped. So it came with this muff, the other muff, the 2 wires, and the clip. And it was a good deal. So I'm probably going to do like a unboxing of this on a regular video. Hello, Patrick. Good evening. The cheapest camera with awesome quality would be an iPhone if you have a GoPro. Oh, quality would be an iPhone if you have one or a GoPro. Yeah, so I'm using my phone. My phone is like a 13, iPhone 13. So like it's a good thing. I know it's good. It's just I would like to have like personal. Phone would be personal. Obviously, if I'm out and about and I want like to do a vlog, like that's like not planned, I can use my phone. But I kind of want like separate it. Thank you, Patrick. You mean the new one, the new microphone? Yeah, I could. Oh, so you mean the little? Okay, so that's yeah, the card that's in it. So the GoPro, friend made me download the app, but I can't seem to sync it or get it to work on my Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. Sorry. So we need to look into if what I'm doing wrong, or if we just need to reset it again. He uses an app. When he was using this GoPro, he was using the app. What's the app called? The app is called GoPro Quick. That's what he was using when he was using it. But the guy that sold it to him did not provide the instructions. And I think I'm just going to take the serial number of it and just like figure it out with my good friend YouTube, find how that one works. Because I have this fault that I'm very visual and I have to do as I watch. So that's how I learn. That one leveling tripod. This one? Is that what that one leveling tripod thing is a gimbal? Is that what you call a gimbal? Or this? Yeah, so he came with that comment over the weekend, but he didn't specify what, how, anything. He came out with this like desire of having a platform, either YouTube or Instagram, and then he started what we did 3 years ago, looking into how to post, how to get herself out there, how the SEO works, the algorithm, and all of that. And he went like, oh my God, he was overwhelmed a little bit by it. And he's like, maybe I should start by helping you out. But that's all he said, like nothing more. So I have to pull the information out of him on another day. So I don't know what it means. I have no idea what that comment meant for him. Because when I film, he's not here. I'm always alone because there's no chaos. There's no kids. It's just me and the dogs. So I have to ask him what it means. Does he want to take care of editing? That would be nice. Like, he's so good in editing. Pictures. Oh my God, he has so much talent. If it was that, if he would take care of content, publishing it, description and all that, and I just correct it because his English is not all that great. He thinks in French, translates, and sometimes switches the word. So I kind of catch myself like rereading like 4 or 5 times when he creates text in English. But if any type of help, content-wise, would be like amazing. Well, he works a lot, so I think he enjoys his time off. But it would be nice. You could use that microphone for karaoke night at Angie's place. Karaoke night. Not sure. Oh, Patrick's in. I bet your brain went to a love you guys. Do you edit on your... Okay, so I admit, I used to edit on my laptop. Yeah, until I started to have issues with my cloud. So I would film, and then lack of organization in like I was filming, editing, publishing almost like within 24 hours. Instead of like building content, I was kind of forcing myself to have like 3 days a week content, live, shorts, blah, 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 and like the garden and all of that. So not being organized, since I was having so much issues with my cloud, so I would wait that the pictures would upload into my cloud, then download it on my computer, and then work on it and then publish it. Sometimes it took up to 24 hours to see it on the cloud. And because I was putting so much pressure on myself to publish 2 to 3 times a week, I started editing on my phone, which is not good. GoPro quick, you can control. Yeah, so that's probably why he was using the app instead of the camera. So I don't have much, like, it's very basic model. I don't have like all those buttons on the back. So I think that's probably why he was using the app to film. Okay, so the first one, so the gray one. Yeah, so what do you mean by trucking channel? Like trucks? Is that what you mean? Or there's another meaning into trucking? Just someone to hold the camera would be awesome. He's not here during the day when I film. So I don't know how that would work. So he leaves here even earlier now. So unless like he arrives at 2 and films everything. But like I told him over the weekend, like I can't wait to create content. Like you have to, if you want to help, you're more than welcome. But I kind of have like to have a clear vision of what you want to give. Because I don't want to create stress and tension on our couple for absolutely no reason. So because he works a lot, I want him to be able to give me what is good for him. So I guess we have to have that talk. Yeah. So one of the training I followed is technically we should not do that. I have no idea how I'm going to do this, but technically we're supposed to film something that's for the next week. And what's coming out, like let's just say that this week's video should be ready by now, or almost. I should be editing, finishing it, and publishing it this week. And what I'll be starting filming this week should be for the week after, minimum. That's one of the training I followed, and it's something I would love to do. So in the next few weeks, I would like, instead of filming one, I would like to start filming more than one, so that I can have like a week or two in advance. You never know. You never know what can happen. I remember, I think it was in April last year, I got the C. And I was out for almost 3 weeks. And I was lucky enough to have content ready. So instead of publishing 2-3 videos a week, I just like spread out my stuff and like change the publishing date. So at least like some stuff was out. And I was happy that was done. But then now I'm just like filming, editing, publishing almost like within the same 24 hours, which is exhausting. It's like so much pressure for no reason. Hello, Darren. Have you arrived to destination? I hope you and everyone are doing amazing tonight. Only have a few minutes, about to head out for food. Dinner. I will figure out a video, film it, and edit it. Yeah. I really have to change that. I really do. If I could change one thing this year, it would be that. Like having a more organized content so I don't crash. I no longer want to crash at the end of this. Like, no, let me rephrase that. Crashing without burnout would be something I would prefer. Like, I find myself starting the year burnt out, pushing through it, and then finding I have no idea how just to push on and then crash super hard at the end of the season. And like burnout on the homestead is real. Burnout as a content creator is also real. And the top 3 mistakes to do as a content creator is not to be organized, from what I read. So if I could change one thing this year, it would be that. Okay, so I'm going to do... Tracy, you popped in before I say what I did what I'm planning for my next week's meal with the pantry challenge. So Tracy, this week, Tuesday, we are filming the podcast. You'll be editing it, and somewhat later on the next week, the first official podcast will be out. And do you want the subject to be a surprise, or would you like me to announce the subject to either people that are watching this on replay and whoever is here? Okay, so Tuesday we're recording. Okay. Okay. I wasn't there when you announced the first week subject, so I guess you'll be the one saying it in the comments. Because it's pretty far up in our conversation. I think you announced it like yesterday morning. Okay, so meeting the crew, getting to know us. So this week, Tuesday, we'll be recording it. You'll be editing it, and it's going to be out probably within the next week, right? So again, the name is No Borders Homesteaders. I have pinned the second PC will be injuries on the homestead. Okay, so I have pinned in the comments of this live the channel if you want to go subscribe. There is also a Patreon with the same name. Not sure if you've finished creating that, the Patreon. Is that finished? As you answer me. So I'll just say about this week. So this week, when I planned my week with my meals, I would say I stayed on track about 75%, 80%. There is one night that I decided like just to work the leftovers and changed. So one of the meals I decided did not get done. That's okay. I'm just going to do it. Not this week, the week after that. Haven't published the Patreon yet. Okay, so the Patreon's not done yet. At one point, there will be a Patreon. So I did groceries this week. So one week is like small groceries. The other week is big groceries. I went a little bit over budget. The budget I actually set myself was with prices prior to everything going up. So I might have to change a little bit of that. But I feel like I feel like maybe 6 out of 10. I could have done better. But I used up a lot of jars. Just today, so today I meal prepped a little bit. So I did chili with meat I had in the freezer. Beans I just canned. I had spicy corn that I was canned. I used that. I had broth. I used the can of salsa that was left over in the fridge. And then I used a diced tomato. So all of that, like that's just that recipe was a lot of jars. And then I also made a corn chowder soup with corn broth, corn, potatoes that was canned, and bacon. So that was really good. So that I prepared that, and that's gonna be mainly for tomorrow and lunches throughout the week, and like my lunches for myself. After that, I've been wanting quesadillas for like a very long time, and I don't have canned chicken, and I don't feel like cutting. Like I think I have only full chickens. I think I ate all of my chicken breasts. So we're gonna be doing pork quesadillas with homemade salsa and cube pork. Then so I said leftovers, chili, chowder, quesadillas. Okay, so ham sandwich. So with my pork that I received in November, I ordered a couple of hams. So I'm gonna make ciabatta bread. And hello, Tiffany. So I'm gonna make ciabatta bread, and I have like a sauce that I normally do. Put the ham, warm everything in the pan, and then add some pickled asparagus that I have made. So that's another meal. There's gonna be I have roast. I either have roast of beef or roast of moose, and I have potatoes and carrots, and I normally use a onion soup as a base, and then I add like flavor, canned tomatoes, and I kind of eyeball that recipe, and I'm going to serve it with some green beans. I forgot to say that with my ham sandwich, I have some pickled vegetables that are already open that's in the fridge. And I also have a coleslaw that I've canned that I just add a little bit of olive oil and a bit of water to this. And sometimes like I add mayonnaise depending how I feel. So this is like coleslaw. We're going to eat that with the sandwich, the ham sandwich and the pickled asparagus. Da-da-da. And then obviously I have a classic. Every single Friday we have pizza with pickled peppers. That is a classic that we have every single week. So this, I actually have less meals planned this week because I find that I had a lot of leftovers with the meals I planned the week prior, and I don't want to waste food, and so I planned one less meal, and I'll adapt as I go. I do have a lot of eggs. I think I have like almost a dozen of eggs, and my youngest chicken, I think I have 3-4 eggs every day. So I have a tendency every time I have a dozen eggs to just boil them. And the kids, when they come back from school, they eat that as a snack. Or if there's a day that I don't feel like cooking and I need a meal for the next day, I just use those boiled eggs for their lunches. So that's pretty much what we'll be doing this week. Anyone? I know Angie's doing the challenge. Anyone want to share their meals for the week? There's one thing I'm finding a lot by doing this, organizing on a Sunday. So this is like becoming a tradition for me. On the Sunday, I go in my pantry. Didn't you say you were doing the Three Rivers Pantry Challenge? I know Lynn's doing it. I thought you were doing it as well. Or could I have like a mommy brain moment and I forgot? So I go in my fridge, I check the fresh vegetables that I have that needs to pass. And my favorite way to use that, okay, so you're not doing it. So my favorite way of using up vegetables, so if it's root vegetables, potatoes, carrots, cauliflower, broccoli, cabbage. So when I have cabbage, I do spring rolls. I've been doing spring rolls like almost every day for snacks, for lunches for myself. Emilia loves it. I actually did 8 tonight, and 2 of them is going to be for my lunch tomorrow. And 2 of them is for the lunches of Emilia and Philippe. And I'm just going to add soup with that. And Emilia's probably going to have that again the day after that. So it's a good way to pass like carrot, cabbage, what else do I put in there? Cucumbers, peppers. I love doing that. When I have a lot of root vegetables, so potato, carrots, beets, I roast them and put them in soup. So like I just go through my vegetable box and I see what I can do. And then I just go in my stairs downstairs and I kind of look at everything and I'm like, what do I feel like eating like this week? And I just like pick a couple of jars. And because we are still early in the season, I know that meat-wise, we are pretty much set. So if I decide to do chili, I know I have hamburger meat. If I decide to do spaghetti sauce, I know I have that. I still have cubes. Like I still have a lot of cuts. So up till I would say May is when we start lacking certain stuff. My dinners for the week are roast with potatoes, carrots, spaghetti and meatballs with garlic bread. Oh, that's good. Spinach, broccoli, cheese casserole. Open face sandwich and leftovers. That sounds delicious. For breakfast and lunches, we don't plan bit right down for a few ideas of food. We haven't. I find myself, well, breakfast is like, depending how I feel, sometimes when I have eggs, I do like egg sandwiches, or like after the kids are in school. Um, Bye. Have a nice week. I'm actually not going to stay as long as I did last week because I went to bed like way too late last Sunday. So breakfast, I kind of like either bread, yogurt, fruits, eggs. For me, lunches is like leftovers if I don't need them for my children's lunches, or salads. I love to do beet salad. I never really plan my lunches and my breakfast. It's like really my dinners. It's easy. I used to not plan, but now I kind of enjoy it because every single day the same question is like, what are we eating? What are we eating? What are we eating tonight? And like, there's certain things you can take out like at 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's going to thaw out and it's going to be great. But like a pork roast, like you can't thaw that within an hour or two. Like it has to go like almost a full 24 hours in the fridge before it thaws out, and then you can put it in the crock pot. So yeah, I find myself, there's days that I'm like starving breakfast, and there's days that I just not force myself, but I know if I want to drink coffee, I need to put something in my stomach first. So I like go with like a banana and like a small portion of yogurt. And then I have like second breakfast a little later on, like a brunch. And then like I eat like at 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, kind of break my day like that. Sometimes I want grilled veggies, and some days I want yogurt and berries. Yeah, berries, fresh berries. That I cannot wait to have fresh berries. At the moment, I'm eating it like I'm more. Well, I don't know if you could say eating or drinking a lot of smoothies. So I still have blueberries, um, strawberries, and raspberries. I think I have Haskell. No, I did not order Haskell's. No, I only have blueberries. So like I kind of like have like a couple of smoothies here and there to get my fruits, because I only eat fresh is apple, bananas, and when they are on special, I buy oranges. I love fresh orange and nectarines. And occasionally we splurge when grapes are on special. But like I bought grapes Wednesday, Thursday they were all gone. So it's not something that stays here long. Yes, smoothies are good. I started doing something in my smoothies. I started adding cottage cheese. So I do half cottage cheese, half yogurt, and like I blend it so that I don't feel that texture of cottage cheese. And I think it's a little bit higher in protein when you do that. Sorry. Hamburgers. Oh, I should have done that this week. Oh, you're right. Hamburgers. Am I going to switch up a roast for hamburgers? I think I'm going to write it down. Because I have to do the buns when I do hamburgers, but I'm going to write it down. It is delicious hamburgers. And I find myself not baking this year. I feel weird. I used to bake muffins, breads, dessert breads. I mean, not. I still bake breads, baguettes, and ciabatta and all of that. But like desserts and snacks, I don't find myself doing it that much. Oh, sorry. Ooh. I am so sorry. That's why I said I'm not going to stay that long. I think I'm going to stay about max 9 tonight. I think I went to bed like it was almost midnight on Sunday. Hello, Karen. No worries. No worries. How was your week? So just to recap, in case you don't want to do the replay. So it's official. We came out with the podcast name, which is, well, I think you know, No Borders Homesteaders. If you want or to sub and you haven't, in the comment section, I have pinned the actual podcast channel so you can go check it out. What else did I do? I did start my garden prep. People talked about a little bit what they prepped. I did mention everything I was doing for dinners tonight. I just finished doing that. And I also I shared that I got a new mic because I mentioned I had some friendly comments from dear viewers. They were super sweet, telling me your content's great, but we can't hear you. So I listened. Your message was loud and clear. I now have a microphone. I will test it out. I have 2 microphones. I think I'm going to do like a video of testing it. See if you guys can actually see the difference, hear the difference. And we're going from there. It's pretty much like a recap. I'm not good with recaps. Marilyn is way better than me in recaps. Don't worry, Karen. I'm happy that you messaged me and you told me that, because it made me realize that I had to figure out how to make it work. Because like editing, I had to physically change every single voice and put the volume up. And even though I was doing that, it was not working. Some videos I was doing it, and some videos I forgot doing it. So don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. I loved your comment because it was made out of love. And I find it funny. I had 3 comments on this video about my microphone, that I was missing a microphone. So I listened. Okay, so I could, but like a review between the Rode and the new one I bought. Is that what you mean? It was perfect. It was perfect. It was so sweet of you. That's what I say. It was made with love. It's hard to know sometimes. I was really happy someone told me my background music was too... Yeah. You see, there's a way to say something. And the sweet approach. And when you know it's made with love, I actually felt... I had like a fan moment. Someone approached me to tell me, your content's great. I don't have those moments very often, but when I do, I feel like rained of love, even if it's supportive supportive comment in... I like, oh my God, Annie, your transition. I remember in the first couple of videos, my music transition was horrible. And a good friend of mine came up to me and she's like, Annie, your content as your first couple of videos is great, but you need to learn how to transition your music or transition your clips or be a little bit more organized, and start by doing that. And like at first I was like kind of like feeling it negative. But then I started realizing, no, she's doing it out of love, because if she's taking the time to give a full explanation and tips and tricks, it's because she's taking the time and she's doing it out of love. And I actually learned a lot from that comment. So don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. It's hard to know. The gurus tell us the gurus tell us to only make videos that our audience signed up for. Is a mic review what you're... I don't know. So I'm still trying to figure out the love language the entire audience I have wants. So I've gained, over the last month, I think 500 more subs. And during lives, during videos, during posts I ask what type of content they want. So if I go and I look at my analytics, I kind of have an idea of what they want. I know that pantry preserving seems to be very popular. When gardening season is around, seed starting sometimes is like popular, depending of the years. Gardening tours are very popular. Pantry tours are very popular. But during the winter, I can't really do a garden tour. So, and there's so much pantry tours I can do. Like I can't do like a monthly pantry tour because it's pretty much the same thing, just less jars or a little bit more jars. Or like I didn't have pork, now I have pork. So I would say like maybe 2-3 times a year a pantry tour, maybe once a year. So finding like specifics, it's quite hard. December was great for growth. January was stalled. Yeah. I'm sensing a YouTube shift. So a lot of content creators are shifting to shorts, shorter content. January, I find, is a month of cocooning. People are like cocooning after the holidays, getting back into the groove. So it could be that. It could be the cold, the snow. People don't like it. It could be many things. If there is an element of your video distracting from the content, sound, music, poor video quality, of course. Of course. I actually have people reaching out to me and saying, hey, you made a typo. And I'm like, oh my God, thank you. Like they feel bad telling me that I made a typo. I'm like, no. Thank you for telling me. Because sometimes I can't remember with who I was chatting. And since I'm like, I speak French and I speak English, I have to switch my keyboard, English, French, English. And sometimes I forget. So I speak to someone in English and my keyboard's in French. And my autocorrect makes me say so many things. Oh my God, the things that I've said. Sometimes, like I said, like weird things. And I am happy when someone tells me, hey, you made a big boo-boo. It's so much easier for shorts, but I am starting to get back into the videos next month. I can't wait to see. Yeah. Well, it goes up and down, up and down, up and down. It's always going to be like that. There's always going to be like good months, bad months, good weeks, bad weeks, good days, bad days. It's always going to be that. At the end of the day, it's a decision to continue that will make a difference. So we can there's days that I'm like, oh my God, I'm not doing this anymore because I'm not seeing the bigger picture. I'm just seeing what's in front of me. So the bigger picture is I have 3,500 subs that are following me. Maybe not all of them are listening to my content, but I was able to speak a love language loud enough to gather all these people on this channel. So on the days that I see darkness, I try to find some light, even if it's just a spark, little spark, so that I keep doing what I'm doing. And it's just going to take maybe a little bit more work from my part to to find the actual love language that the viewers want to see. But I do know from experience, as a viewer on other channels, I find myself looking the way that they film, what they film, how they film them, and in my mind I catch myself, okay, so they're doing this way, they're taking pictures like this, they're viewing like this, like I kind of find myself analyzing a little bit more what they're doing, and I'm sometimes trying to recreate that. But then I don't have their tools. I still have a basic kit, which is fine. There's a lot of people that stick with basic kits and they thrive. But I think if I can get the sound better and ask my husband maybe a couple of tips, since he used to take photos, videos, since he offered to somewhat help me with the channels. And maybe if I get my content, I don't like saying this word, but a little bit more prettier and the sounds is better, it could be just that. It could just be that people are listening to me or watching me and they're like, we can't hear. We're just going to go next. Another video. It could be just that for me. So I try not to let it discourage, get too much discouraged out of it, and just move forward. Did I miss any comments? So I don't think I'll do a full review of the microphone. I've never done reviews. But I did do, no, it's not true. I just did Dilette Pot, but it is oriented towards homesteading. So if I would do a review of the mics, it would be more content towards more content creation, which I've never done. You have done awesome. Thank you. I actually have more than one. I did on many occasions. So on so many lives, on so many videos. Well, it's okay. So maybe I'm not doing it at the right time. So in one of the trainings that I followed, they say to ask questions to your audience. But the questions I ask is after the average view time. So my videos have a certain amount of average view time, and my questions are asked usually after that. So I might have to, in the intro of a video, ask it there. Okay, so my other channel is in French. It's called La Microferme d'Annie. As soon as I started realizing that I was crashing over the summer, I stopped posting there. So it was similar content, but there's certain videos that I could. So here's what I did. So I started doing videos that I would not talk, and I was doing voiceovers for the English. I was doing one montage, and then I was going to the French, and then editing it a little bit differently, add certain things to the English that's not in the French, and then vice versa. But then a friend of mine started following me on my English channel, and she said she was just putting the CC, which actually says in French what I'm saying. So after crashing in July, I started crashing in July. I started slowly letting go of some stuff. And my French channel is the first thing I let go. I was having a little bit it was harder on the French. All of my ideas are English. All of my research are in English. All of my knowledge is in English. So I found myself filming and I was always searching for my words. And I was not happy with the content I was creating also. So, and I was very, very hard on myself. So mix of everything I was going through, the frustration of like always stopping and like not enjoying at all, because you're supposed to have fun. Like when you're filming yourself, creating content and putting it out there is like you're supposed to have fun. And I was not. So until I figure out what I want for my French one, I've put it on hold for now. What do you mean, why? What does that mean? Why? So I think that's what I'll do. On my next couple of videos, I should probably pop the question of what type of content would you like to see. So I know there is a high demand in the pantry, in the preserving, and the gardening. So I know those three are very, very popular. Also, I did have high views also and a lot of comments on my healing journey, because I was like super transparent about it. And I started sharing like what I was doing, but it was like not homesteading. So I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to share that part, because there was a lot of views. So I know that it is of interest, but since it's not niched within the homesteading, I have to figure out how I'm going to do both. How far in advance? So you are. How far in advance you all plan your live stream? Okay, so when I started doing live stream, I think it was a year ago. No. Anyways, when I started doing live stream, I had a book, a journal of topics I wanted to do and people I wanted to interview. So I think my first live was how I got organized with my garden, like how I was getting myself organized, doing and figuring out how much I want to grow of each. And then I know I interviewed Remy, I interviewed Angie and Mike for multiple reasons. I think I interviewed them for goats, their house. I've interviewed a couple of homesteaders with specific subjects, like Patrick for off-grid, because he's a little different than Tracy. I also invited Tracy. And then we did the things we regretted on a homestead. If we had to restart a homestead, what we would do differently. And like I came up with all these ideas in my book, and I planned, when I was interviewing them, I planned 10 questions. And sometimes new question popped in when I was doing it. At one point, when I got real comfortable with the lives, there's certain lives I didn't really have a direction. I just popped in, and I was not like in work mode. I was like here to chat with the viewers and just like get to know them and feel comfortable. Like today I had somewhat of an idea. Like I have like my notebook, everything's here. I just wrote down a couple of things I wanted to say, and that was like pretty much it. I'm kind of getting used to lives. I couldn't find the eye roll icon. I was just picking on you because I know how much you love. Oh yeah, wee wee. Well, I think it's one of the suggestions I made to Karen when she was very stressed about doing lives, having a plan of action. Technically, it helps to have somewhat of an idea because when you start, you don't have always like 10, 20, 15 people on. Like last week, I think we were 21, and today I think the highest I seen was 10. So to beat the crickets, when you start, it's good to have other channels on board with you. It gives you a couple of things. It gives you structure, it gives you people to talk to, and it actually brings in people. So the other channel makes advertisement that they will be on this channel, and then it opens up like a pool of new possibilities. Like you kind of like sow seeds. One live can actually make a difference of like meeting the right people and meeting the people that actually speak the same love language as you. It can make a huge difference. So I think that's one of the tips I gave her, to be somewhat organized with her life. And I think we have to be somewhat also organized towards our videos, because I got that slap in the face multiple times. Like I'm still beating myself up. Like I have not filmed this week's video. Technically, it should be filmed already and I should be working on it and almost finished. If I was more organized, I would be creating probably overall better content. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We have a new member. Welcome, welcome. So you have access to special icons. Actually, there's a tomato and there's a squash. There's one I have to go remove because the challenge of what do you call it? Shed Wars finished. So I have to go remove that. So I know I have the tomato. Where is it? Remy showed me how to do this. So I know I have the tomato. I know I have the squash. I'll have to go look into that. Yay! So the frog I have to remove because the Shed Wars is finished. But the tomatoes and the squash is definitely an icon for my members behind the scenes. So behind the scenes, I have like I kind of show a little bit more my kids. You have like what's more going on behind the scenes. Yeah, so the frog was for Shed Wars because I was team Aquarius. We were called the Frogs, and we were using that when I was going live, the Team Frog. And I wrote that I had to remove it, and I literally forgot. Now that I just see this, I am reminded yet again that I forgot to do that. Yeah. I hope I answered your question, Karen. No, I do not. So I took icons for, I think it was online, but if I have an idea for me on Canva, I'm all ears. I started I started using one of your tips. I'm creating some stories, reels, and so stories, reels, shorts, and posts for Instagram with Canva. So you've spoke to me about this like super long time ago, and I'm starting to do it. Awesome. So I've been hesitant sharing this. I have like this reveal. It's a secret I have that I've been keeping from you guys. Should I make a video about it, or should I share it tonight? Drum rolls. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Let's see what you guys say. Make a video. Okay. So I'm pretty nervous. I'm pretty excited. And I have no idea how I'm going to make all of that work. I want to know video. I want to know, but now I will definitely watch that video. So it's a project I'm working on. I've been working on it, but for it to actually take form, I need to organize myself to live up to that dream. I want. Okay, so now what do I do? What do I do? So I have 2 videos and 2 now. We're 7. So I know Remy left his computer on, so I don't know if Dave is still here. I don't know. That's the thing. Because I'm terrified to share this news. I'm not pregnant. That's not it. Okay, let's just make that crystal clear. I'm not pregnant. I'm not getting a dog. If it is, wow. Okay, so I'm scared, to be honest, because this actually came to me in one of my meditations. So I've shared that I've started practicing Reiki, studying Reiki, and within that you have to meditate, which is similar to praying. And I kind of had like this vision inside of me, and it petrified me on so many levels, and it also excited me on so many levels. Wait. If it's a while, then tell all now, woman. Tell us now. Eat buff, your audience can wait. Rest of you. Okay. So, like I said, I am studying Reiki. So Monday, officially, I'm going to be a Reiki level 2 practitioner. Probably next month, I will add the Reiki, aroma Reiki, which is Reiki using with essential oils. And I also started, I have a crystal degree also. So I've been doing a lot of holistic, and I've been doing a lot of self-care, healing journey. And the people that I'm sharing treatments with have such a positive response to it. I I wanted it to share with you guys. So sharing that knowledge on Back to Basics Homestead was not possible because I keep saying that the niche of homesteaders is like super complex. Like we go with the season. So we go with the flow. So sometimes it's this, sometimes it's that. And I was having I'm still having such a hard time understanding our niche. And YouTube doesn't really know what to do with me or us that are sharing homesteading topics. That what came to me was a new channel. So I'm going to be doing like, what's their name? Hickory Craft Farm. So they have a mother channel and they have specific channels for specific topics. So Hickory Craft Farm went with a pantry one and went with the sheep one, which was their two primary subject. So they have the mother and two channels under them. So after going back and forth with my mind for weeks, I have created Back to Holistic Living with Annie here on YouTube. So that's my secret. So I'll be sharing my healing journey here. Well, not on StreamYard, but on the platform. But I don't know how I'm going to do it. Like I had this vision of it, but since I'm having a hard time with Back to Basics Homestead, for me to actually get it out there, I need to figure out how the mother channel will still be my primary focus, how I'm going to integrate the holistic part of it. So nothing is figured out yet, but like everyone says, you might as well do it scared than not doing it at all. So I guess I'm going to figure it out as I go along. So right now I am sharing short form content on the platform right now. So it's not taking that much of my time. And I'm also sharing on Instagram. I do not have a Facebook page. I think that may help your YouTube machine to find each niche. I think so. No, it's Back to Basics Homestead, La Microferme d'Annie, and Back to Holistic Living. That's 3. My husband spoke of a 4th for him, but he's not there yet. He needs to figure out a lot of stuff before he steps on. I am very nervous, I'll have to admit. And when I made that announcement on a video, so only the 4 of you know. Well, there is other people that knows, but not a lot of people know. And needs to be the voiceover. Wait, that means your Back to Basics needs to be the voiceover of supplied with. What do you mean by that? So the podcast for me does not require that much out of me at the moment. So Tuesday night we record. The kids are in bed. Tracy is like such a champ. He's going to be taking the editing part of it. So I don't plan on creating content at the moment unless it's required of me. We do have access to the platforms. We will personally have access if we want like one, like just me, and publish on that channel. But for now, I just want to do the podcast. And it doesn't require that much of me. It's like more of a social event. Like I'm going at like a friend's house, having a beer, and we're talking about homesteading and we're recording ourselves. Past that, nothing like after that, for that podcast, nothing else for now is required of me. What does that mean? Streamline production. Remember, I'm a Frenchie, so sometimes I don't make it easier. So yeah, I need like to organize myself to make it work. So that's why in the colder months I need to like as soon as I finished my training for Reiki in the month of February, I think I'm gonna go with like a schedule. Like Monday I do this, Tuesday I do that. But like first I need to talk to my husband to see. When I told him about the second channel, I think that's when he offered his help. So I'm going to figure out what help he wants to provide, and from there build a structure. But since I'm like so scared to fail, to disappoint, to get judged, hi CR. Since I'm like so scared of that, I kind of don't know where to start. I don't know if it makes sense, but that's where I am. I think to make it easier on me, like it's organization. Like I'm going to need to figure out. I know that I won't be able to create as much content as I want without burning myself out. That has like been obvious from the start. One video a week for me probably will be ideal, unless it's like garden tours, pantry tours, quick recipes that I do, like breads and doughs. That I could probably squeeze in like more than one video in a week, because it's not that much editing for my, like for me. Like I film like maybe like 5 to 10 clips and then put them back to back to back, and scheduling does help, that's for sure. We're not talking about food, we're talking about content for once when you when you pop in. I don't know what I would put in a Reiki. It's not going to be a Reiki channel. It's not going to be that. It's going to be my healing. So it's probably going to be more vlogs, like what I am doing to heal myself, like the steps that I'm taking, the food that I'm eating, the oils that I'm choosing, the treatments that I'm choosing to do on myself. Or I don't think I will be sharing that just yet. Like I still need to do probably my master teacher course before I could do that. I don't think I'll be finishing it this spring. I think I'll start the master teacher Reiki probably in October, because it is a big module. Yeah, it's pretty much going to be that, a journey to healing, because I started that very seriously in September. Somewhat. So yeah, around September. And like I started with my hair. Okay. I had no idea how to start. I know I was messed up on so many levels, burnt out, depressed. I've gained so much weight. It's actually ridiculous how much weight I've gained. I hit my 40s, so hormones are all over the place. Got to love being a woman. So when you hit rock bottom, you can't really go further. So I saw a video, and the lady was taking care of her hair, and she talked about her hair routine. And I'm like, you know what? I'm due to buy shampoo. I'm due to buy body soap. I'm the only one that use bar soaps. I used to buy the goat soap that was in the grocery store or pharmacy. So I'm like, maybe I should start with that. And I started with my hair. And then when my skincare produce were finished, I am slowly, instead of buying new ones, I am figuring out what type of oils I want for my skin. So I now made my DIY for wash my hair and my oil. So my serum is still stuff that I still have from the store. And as soon as something is finishing, I'm just switching it up. So basically, I'm DIYing most of my skin stuff for now, and then I change my soaps. Like, it's like literally it's a journey. And then there is the other side of holistic, which is the Reiki, the stones, the essential oils that I'm using, the food that I'm eating that is different. I'm actually starting training now, so it is really, I think it's really going to be more vlog. Yes, for once I'm not talking about food. You missed it. I did talk about what I was going to cook for my meal plan of this week. Passes Annie a ladder. See, I would, could be me. I'm not pass Annie a ladder. Pass Annie a ladder. What do you mean by that? Thank you. So it's not knowing what I'm doing. Basically, and when you start sharing, my sister came down from Gaspésie in December, and she slept over my house for a couple of days, and she's like, honey, what's that? It's so funny. And I started having a conversation with her, like, I changed my soap, my hair is different, like, blah, blah, blah. And I started explaining all the changes I'm doing and why. And she was like, just like an aha moment with me. And she was like sucking in all of that. And then she's probably the one that sowed the first seed for me. And she's like, you should share this. So that's what I'll be doing. I'm using a ladder as a metaphor for help back. Oh, thank you, because I said I hit rock bottom. Thank you. And by being transparent on Back to Basics Homestead, right from the start, I think I've shared that I was burnt out almost as soon as I figure it out. Because mental health is such a taboo. It is not understood. And now starting all of that, I missed all the signs. And I'm starting to see that it's not something that was like in 2023. It was not something that was in 2022. Like, it's way further than that. So probably when I had my second kid, Philippe, you're not sleeping. You have one kid, you have a second kid, you're not sleeping. You have a third kid, you're not sleeping, you're nursing. You go back to work. All the stress of work, all the stress of raising a family, all the stress of like the logistics and blah, 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 kids sick, I'm sick, da, da, da. I think the first signs comes from there. Like, we start burning out, and I was not seeing the signs, and I was not taking care of myself. And years would go by, and the seasons would go by, and then I stopped working. And then C happened, and I was isolated almost 100% during C. So that was probably the pivot point of the situation. So since mental health is not something that's spoken at large and completely transparent, like you always see the good, you never see the bad, and you never see the ugly. And obviously I will keep some stuff, behind closed doors out of respect for my family and my husband. But I felt the pull only after watching one video. And I remember I sent it to my friend and I'm like, I think this is where I am. Like, because like I was listening to him on his video and he was talking about his hitting rock bottom story. Our story were completely different. But I was actually seeing myself in him, like within the words he was saying. And I'm like, oh my God, that's like really what I'm experiencing right now on like so many levels. And deciding to let go and accept it was very hard. But I had so much support for the people I've talked to about it. I had support and love and ladders, like you said, CR. And I found out I was not the only one. I was not the only one that was rock bottom. And I was looking for signs and I was looking for answers in someone or something, or people would call it God playing a role into this. I found a couple of videos. I was scrolling online and found inspiration here, and I found inspiration there, and then I found this blog post here, and then I found this course online, and then I found new friends, and then I found a community online of women holistic healers that gathers like a couple of times a week on Zoom. Like I found slowly like my people that were going through similar things, or people that actually got out of it. And because I decided to accept it and say it out loud, that's when the doors started to open for me. And that's when the darkness was a little less dark for me. And I was seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. I am so proud of you for recognizing where you were. It then takes baby steps and fight. Yeah. To claw your way back out of that place I struggle around. So the thing is, like, you can get out of that hole, but it's easy to fall back into it. Like there's weeks that last week for me, it was like, no, the week before that, not last week. So Friday of last week, I was having Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I was having like bad days, and I went back to my old habits, like of doom scrolling for hours and like neglecting certain things I'm supposed to do. And I give myself a challenge to, I hope I'm not going to lose my light in case I still have lights. So I started doing 5 days a week, 10 to 25 minutes of training every day, 5 days a week. And I was like, oh my God, I'm not feeling it today. Like, I don't want to do it. And like, I was going back, and then like I found two of my friends are doing this challenge together, and I told them, look, today I'm not feeling it. I don't want to do it. And the girl says, no, get up and do it. And I did. And I felt good after it, but like I almost fell back into my old habits. So I was happy I had them to push me through that, like that day that I just like, I wanted like to eat a whole bag of chip and like go back into darkness. Any one of us can slide down that metaphoric snake. Yep. Been praying for you for a long time. Yes. I like I said, I don't know if it was God or if it was something else. But because I accepted that I was in a dark place, that's when doors, like things, I was noticing things before. When you like your head down into darkness, like you don't pay attention to anything that's around you. You don't see any of the blessings that you have around you. And part of my Reiki training, we have 5 precepts, and it's just for today. I will not worry. Just for today, I will not get angry. Just for today, I will do my work honestly. Just for today, I will count my many blessings. And just for today, I will be kind to myself and all living things. So, saying that every single day as I was practicing Reiki and meditating and or praying, meditating, praying, depending what you call it. And there's on bad days, I made sure to find the time to meditate and think about those words. Me, 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 me. What are you saying me for? Been praying. You may have moments, but you don't stay there. I was in my periods when that darkness period happened, so that didn't help. So what I did is I embraced that moment. Okay, so instead of like putting it under the carpet and says it's not there, so I sat down, took a deep breath, and I'm like, okay, so today I'm pissed. I'm pissed for this reason, blah, 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 blah. And I just lived that moment of anger. And then I journaled about it, meditated about it, and then I just let it go. Like I just processed that emotion and I accepted I was angry at the moment. And then I decided I was going to go take a bath, go on with my day, and just like not put too much pressure on myself. And like the next day I was like, not as bad, but I was better because I accepted that emotion. It was there and I lived, like I walked through it. So it's about learning how to walk through the storm to see the sun. There is a ladder out there that we can find to go back up. Yes. Finding a group of women that practices either Reiki, crystals, that we gather up. I think it's 2-3 times a month. And you guys and my husband, my kids, my close friends that I have to say that there's things I said to some of my friends in my dark times that I'm so happy they stuck with me because I was like really in a bad place. Yeah, burnout, hormones, giving up, guilt. Yeah, definitely. So that's why I was scared sharing it, because I was completely, well, CR, you probably don't know because you popped on right after I said it. So I decided to fork my channels. I will keep Back to Basics Homestead, but I'm dividing it into 2 because I feel the pull to share that journey on a vlogging style on another channel. So it is live. It is there. It's Back to Holistic Living. It's on YouTube and Instagram, not on Facebook. I lost track of what I was going to say. Anyways, doesn't matter. It's probably going to come back. So that's like I don't want to burn out. So at the moment, my current channel, I will still keep 1 video a week. I know that won't change because 1 live, 1 video, that's for sure. And for the moment, I'm just sharing short content on the other channel. As soon as I have a more organized schedule without burning out, without pressure, I want to share content that I'm passionate about that will bring something to you guys. like it brought me. Because I was on the other side of the screen a couple of months ago when I needed inspiration, when I needed guidance, when I needed friendship. And they were speaking my love language in my darkest days. So I want to have that vibe when you guys are watching me and new viewers are watching me. Obviously, it's kind of holistic is like kind of parallel to gardening, because a lot of holistic practitioners of like holistic lifestyle and practitioners have a garden, because one of the first pillars of holistic living is food, what you put in your belly. So high quality food, organic food. So they either grow it or buy it at a market that has organic options. And so the garden is somewhat related, but then the pantry and preserving is not. So trying to figure all of that out. But if you can go share, if you can go check it out, subscribe, it would be fun. I will definitely make I have a secret video, and only you guys will know, and my close friends. And some of you guys actually figure it out. There is two of YouTube content creator that found me already on Instagram. But I don't think they figured out that I carried over the subjects also on YouTube. But I can't keep the secret too long. So I know I will have to announce it. And I probably will have to say, I have a secret. No, it's not. I'm not pregnant. Because every time I say that, I say I have a secret. Pregnancy always pops up. Don't know why. Like, you guys want me to have a fourth. I'm not having a fourth kid. That's for sure. Did I catch everyone's comments? I said I was only going to stay till 9, and I did it again. Like, I didn't see the time pass. I got carried away with all that passion I had inside. So I think I'm going to call this a night. But I want to say thank you for you guys to stay up till now. I know you guys have work tomorrow. So I am working on this week's content. I don't know if I'm going to do a preserving one, or I don't know yet. Maybe I could do my surprise video. We shall see. I'm not there yet. Well, allowed me to join. Well, what do you mean? Well, allowed me to join? Sleeping? Going to bed? Okay, so let me see if I can add it. Okay, so if you go on my main page of my channel and you go all the way down, we'll allow you're so cute. If you go on my main page and you scroll all the way down, you have homesteaders just like me, and you have all the channels from our community. And and then you scroll down and you see our other channel. So there is my French one, and then Back to Holistic Living, and my husband's channel, if ever he decides to jump, take the leap of faith like I did. He's been speaking about it back and forth. So once he's ready to jump on the YouTube wagon, I'll let you guys know. He is a photographer, and he takes his pictures are amazing. So if you can find a way to share it on YouTube, it would be nice. So let me see if I can share it. Can you see it? Oh, there it is. So this one, I'm starting from scratch. So that means it's not monetized. So I'm starting all the way down the ladder like I did in 2020 with Back to Basics Homestead. There's still many things I have to do. Like I haven't done the description. Like the banner is not done properly. Like I just created it very scared quickly. So like I think I've done all of the creation of it in one day. And I was like shaking at the end of all of that. AAA Holistic Living. I was looking for healing. Now I've got it. You're welcome. So you guys, thank you for popping in. Keep the secret, or you can share it if you want on your platforms. But I will make a video of my secret. And until then, I will chat with you guys later. Take care. Bye.